Wednesday. Yet again, another blessed and grateful day. This is the week we are officially here. We are headed out to New Orleans, Louisiana, ready ready to go out and see the fam out there. This is going to be a really, really great weekend. A lot of fun, experiences, memories, some great food, and most of all, getting to learn from the greats, some of the legends, the 1% inside of the industry. We've got none other than Mr. Brian Carruthers, Darnell Self, Melissa Collins, who just cracked 300K in 90 days, just popped another 150K ring earner. So there's a lot of wisdom that's going to be over here inside of this building, and the energy, the learning curve that we're going to be able to cut and be able to take home and really spread an impact is going to be phenomenal. So big weekend coming, and the topic for today is going to be, what is identity? Today I want to break it down really short and sweet, but even across the couple years at the beginning, I remember this was a piece that really allowed me to understand why it is that I felt stuck. And this shift really gave me a lot of perspective and allowed me to see things a lot more clearly. So I'd like to shed some light on that one for today, because our identity, this is everything. When it comes to our body, when it comes to our faith, when it comes to our finances, identity has everything to do with all six of these pillars, because it has to do with how we see ourselves. And how we see ourselves is nothing but a reflection that actually comes out externally. So it's going to be a good one. What is everybody grateful for coming into the day? Let's get this chat flooded with some positivity. Grateful for each of you to be alive, for God, another great day, and for all of you that are going to be able to get a chance to get out in New Orleans. If you haven't yet, shoot me a message. There's still some tickets left that we can go ahead and save you guys some money, whether it be hotels, tickets, getting there. We'll figure it out. Just give me a call if you guys need any help. We'll make it happen. So let's get into it. Identity. The simplest way, even Alex Hormozy, he was talking about it earlier on today. He was talking about identity is something where, if I could give it to you in two sentences, it's kind of like the culture of a business, right? How every business has a culture. We have a phenomenal culture here inside of our platform, and you're gonna experience it in the building. But identity is almost the same type of idea. Identity is the culture, the set of rules, the set of values that we have for ourselves. And I know along the journey, there's been times where the identity for myself was a little bit limited. When I first got started, I was really worried about what everybody thought. I was worried about my family. I was worried about my friends. I was bothered by my professor telling me all my ideas sound absolutely insane. But what I started to notice was the identity that we allow others to put on ourselves is almost like wearing armor, right? Imagine if all of us were wearing a helmet and we had this armor that went down our arms and down our legs. And what if all of this armor that we get out and we walk into the world every day was not even ours? It's not even us. It's almost like we're wearing something that's completely covering our face and the real, raw truth that's inside. So when I started to go ahead and what's going on? When I started to take off the armor, okay, the limiting beliefs. I was literally having the same conversation with one of the guys this morning. I was like, bro, when we can start taking off the weights and start taking off the limiting beliefs and ideas that society, our family, friends, coworkers have put on us, now we can start walking in our truth, because at the end of the day, none of us are going to be bothered by Timmy underscore 79 that's going to comment something negatively on our post years down the line. No one's going to care about that. So I started to see, you know what? Why don't I just put myself out there? Why don't I not be afraid to go to events, to meet new people, to invest back into myself? So the identity, it happens spiritually long before it ever happens physically. This is why every single year for 2020, 2026 even included, we wrote out the identity of the year. What does the year look like when we've stepped into our greatness for even Christmas? What are the finances, our relationships, our creator, our faith? All of this is a vision that's mapped out before it even happens physically. So that's my question for today. QLQ. I wonder what life looks like when we've stepped into the highest version of ourselves, just like I was telling him this morning. Our brain is really funny. It always wants to look to find the answers. So the moment we start asking better questions, the moment that we'll start finding better answers. So that was the question I started asking for today. I wonder what today looks like when we step into the highest version. And I want you to answer that for me. And you know what he said? He's like, you know what, bro? I'm going to be walking confidently today. I woke up a little bit groggy, but I'm not going to let the morning dictate the whole rest of my day because like I felt like that this whole past week. I've started off slow. My whole day felt groggy. So when we start the day on fire, waking up excited, knowing that it's full of opportunities, start the day on fire, it tends to flow on fire. So that's my pieces for today, fam. What does the identity look like for the month of April? You ready for new connections, new level ups, new knowledge, new wisdom? Just like Sadhguru says, we can either choose joy or we can choose misery. The choice is ours every day. So let's go ahead and step into our greatness. I'm right here with you, fam. Perfect time before the summer to go ahead and make the decision because summertime, I'm telling you, we are getting a head start right here, right now in this 90-day stretch. So as always, nobody told you yet lately, fam. Let me be the first to tell you on a Wednesday, I'm proud of you. I see your greatness. I see all of the abundance that is flowing in and out of our lives. And just know if God has blessed somebody else's neighbor, know he's on the way. So he's on the way for each and every one of you. I appreciate you. As I can give you the best piece of advice as I wrap up every day, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand from the great Mr. Bob Proctor. If you don't know who that is, go on YouTube, check out his audios, and you'll get a little gist of why I say that every day. It's who we're getting this information from, the greats, the 1%. This isn't myself. We're all studying so we can go ahead and continuously grow. And I'm right there with you. It's game time, fam. Let's go.